Stop scrolling, because if you're flying in 2026 and you don't know this, TSA can legally stop you at the checkpoint, and you will miss your flight. Most of these TSA problems start with what's in your carry-on or the ID in your wallet. It doesn't matter if your ticket is paid, it doesn't matter if you arrived early. One small mistake, your ID, your bag, or even a battery you forgot about can end your trip before it starts. Every single day, thousands of travelers hear the same sentence at security. Step aside, please. In this video, I'm breaking down the most common TSA mistakes that derail travel plans in 2026 and exactly how to avoid them before you even leave your house. If you're traveling next year, this could save your trip, your money, and a whole lot of stress. Let's get you through TSA the smart way. Part 1. The identification game changer. Here's something that's going to affect pretty much every American traveler starting February 1st, 2026. If you've been living under a rock, Real ID is no longer coming, it's here. And this isn't some optional upgrade you can skip. This is the real deal. Starting next February, if you're flying domestically within the United States, a standard driver's license simply won't cut it anymore. The federal government is requiring what they call a Real ID compliant form of identification. Now, you might be wondering what that actually means. A Real ID compliant driver's license is one that meets enhanced security standards. Your state's DMV has already been issuing these for years, but the catch is they look slightly different. They usually have a gold star or eagle symbol in the upper right corner. That little symbol is your golden ticket. But here's the good news. Real ID isn't your only option. You've got alternatives. A regular passport works. A passport card works. Military ID works. If you've got a global entry card or a TSA pre-check card, both of those work too. So you're not limited to just the driver's license. Now, what happens if you show up without one of these acceptable forms of ID? First off, you're not getting on that domestic flight. Second, there's a $50 fee, actually it's $45 to be exact, for TSA to use their alternative identity verification system. And let me be honest with you, that process takes time. You'll need to answer security questions. They might need additional documentation. It's the kind of bureaucratic nightmare that makes you miss your flight. The smart move here is simple. Check your driver's license right now. Look in that upper right corner. If you see a star or eagle symbol, you're golden. If you don't, head to your DMV website immediately and apply for a Real ID replacement. Some states have minimal wait times. Others can take weeks. Don't wait until January 31st to figure this out. Part 2. What's actually banned in your bag? All right, let's talk about the stuff that gets people stopped at security more than anything else. The TSA doesn't make up these rules to ruin your vacation. These restrictions exist for legitimate safety reasons. Understanding them means you're not going to waste time explaining yourself to security agents or repacking your entire carry-on. The most common culprit? Liquids and gels. There's this rule called the 3-1-1 rule, and honestly, if you remember nothing else from this video, remember this: 3.4 ounces. One quart-sized clear plastic bag, one bag per passenger. That's it. Your shampoo, over 3.4 ounces, it needs to go in checked baggage. Your moisturizer, your toothpaste, your sunscreen, if it's a liquid or gel and it's over that 3.4 ounce limit, it stays out of your carry-on. Now, here's where people get clever and then get caught. What if I bring an empty bottle and fill it at the water fountain? Nice try, but that's not how it works. TSA is specifically looking for containers larger than 3.4 ounces. An empty large bottle is still a problem. Just buy a travel size version or pack these items in your checked baggage where there's no limit. There are exceptions to this rule, and they matter. Medications count as exceptions, and I mean actual medications that you need. If you've got prescription bottles, those are fine in their original containers. Baby food and baby formula, those are exempt too. But regular drinking water, that's a hard no in carry-ons, though you can fill up your water bottle after you clear security. Now let's talk about batteries and power banks, because this is where things get genuinely technical. Lithium batteries are everywhere in modern travel. They're in your phone, your laptop, your wireless earbuds, and especially in those portable power banks everyone carries now. Here's the rule. Most lithium batteries under 100 watt-hours are absolutely fine to carry on. That covers basically any normal battery you'd have. But there's a critical detail people miss.
If your power bank or battery doesn't have clear safety markings, like the watt-hour rating printed on it, TSA might flag it during screening. To make your life easier, buy power banks from reputable manufacturers that clearly label their specifications. And here's the key point. Certain lithium batteries can only go in carry-on bags, never in checked bags. Put them in checked baggage and security will remove them, and you won't see them again until you land, if you see them at all. Sharp objects, these create confusion constantly. You cannot bring large fishing hooks or box covers in a carry-on. Full stop. These need to be checked. Same with tent stakes, tent poles, and any other sharp equipment. If it's something you could accidentally stab yourself or someone else with, TSA considers it a weapon. Carry-ons are not the place for it. Your checked baggage, however, is fair game for basically any reasonable item. Here's something else that trips people up: medications in bulky pill organizers. Technically, TSA won't confiscate them, but they might trigger additional screening. Security needs to be able to verify what those pills are, and a pill organizer makes that harder. The smarter approach is keeping your medications in their original pharmacy bottles with the prescription label attached. That label serves as your documentation. It tells security this person is supposed to have this medication. No questions, no delays. Just walk through.
Part 3. What you're wearing matters more than you think. This might seem trivial, but your choice of clothing can genuinely slow you down at security. And when you're trying to catch a flight, every minute counts. Metal accessories are your enemy at a security checkpoint. Heavy belt buckles, lots of jewelry, metal buttons on your jacket, these all trigger metal detectors. Here's the thing about metal detectors: they're sensitive. They're designed to be sensitive. So when your belt buckle sets it off, now you're stepping aside. Now there's additional screening. Now you've lost 5 or 10 minutes you didn't have to lose. The genius move is dressing strategically for airport security. Wear slip-on shoes, not shoes with laces you need to untie and retie. Slip-ons. You'll remove them, put them in the bin, and you're moving. You're not fumbling with laces while the line backs up behind you. Same principle applies to jackets. Wear a light jacket or cardigan you can quickly remove, not some heavy winter coat with multiple pockets and zippers that takes forever to take off. Leave the heavy jewelry at home or wear minimal pieces. A simple watch is fine. A necklace is probably okay, but that big chunky bracelet with lots of metal, leave it behind. And belts, especially those with large metal buckles, either skip them or wear something that's easy to unbuckle quickly. This is about being respectful of everyone's time. When you're prepared, when you're dressed simply and efficiently, you move through security smoothly. You don't trigger extra screening, you don't hold up the person behind you. You're the model traveler that TSA agents appreciate, and that smooth experience is what you want. Part 4. At the checkpoint, the moves that matter. All right, you've made it to the airport. Now comes the execution phase. This is where preparation meets reality, and this is where most people's plans fall apart. First, let's talk about timing, because this might be the single most important factor. The TSA's official recommendation is 2 hours early for a domestic flight and 3 hours early for an international flight. Now, I know that sounds like a lot. I know you'd rather roll in 30 minutes before takeoff like it's no big deal. But here's what you're not accounting for. Lines during peak travel times can be brutal. Holiday periods, summer vacation season, weekend mornings, these are chaos. Adding just one more flight with higher volume can create delays you never expected. 2 hours gives you a buffer. It gives you time to deal with unexpected issues without missing your flight entirely. Here's where most people sabotage themselves. Their electronics are buried deep in their bag. You're standing at the screening point, and the TSA agent says, "Laptops and large electronics need to come out." Now you're digging through your entire carry-on, moving things around, looking like you've never traveled before. This is preventable. Pack your electronics where you can access them in seconds. Put your laptop in an outer pocket. Keep your tablet easily reachable. If you've got TSA pre-check, you've got a bit more flexibility, but most people don't, so plan accordingly. Your documents need to be equally accessible. Your ID and boarding pass should be where you can grab them instantly. I recommend keeping them in a front pocket or a dedicated travel wallet. You reach the security agent, you hand over your ID and boarding pass smoothly, you move forward. You're not fumbling in a backpack or a large purse looking for documents. That extra few seconds of fumbling multiplies across hundreds of travelers and creates bottlenecks.
Now comes the tray and bin organization. This is actually important. When you reach the conveyor belt area, here's what happens. Your shoes go in a bin. Your jacket goes in a bin. Your liquids bag goes in a bin. Your electronics go in a separate bin. And here's the pro move. Organize these items strategically. Put heavy items in the bottom. Don't stack things precariously where they might shift or tip over during scanning. Arrange everything so that the TSA agent can see all your items clearly. One thing you absolutely should not do not take photos of your bins or your packed luggage as they go through the scanner. I know the urge is real. You want a cute TikTok of your perfectly organized carry-on, but photographs and videos can create security concerns. It slows things down. It can get you flagged. It's not worth it. Just put your items through, move on, and gather them on the other side. After your items come through the scanner, gather them efficiently. Put your shoes on while you're moving. Put your electronics back in your bag as you walk. You're not stationary at the checkpoint creating a traffic jam. You're moving, you're gathering, you're progressing through security with purpose.
Part 5. Medications and Special Circumstances. If you're traveling with medications, and many people are, here's what you need to know. TSA isn't going to confiscate your medications. That's not the concern. The concern is verification. Security needs to confirm that you're supposed to have these drugs. This is why you keep medications in their original pharmacy bottles. That bottle has your name on it. It has the medication name. It has the dosage. It has the prescription information. All of that serves as documentation. Security can verify that in seconds. If you've transferred medications to a pill organizer or a daily pill dispenser, and I understand why you might do that for convenience, TSA now has to figure out what each pill is. That triggers additional screening. That might mean having a pharmacist or a medical professional verify your medications, which is a whole process you don't want to go through at an airport. Keep everything simple. Original packaging, prescription labels. Done. For people traveling with larger quantities of medication, for people with chronic conditions who travel with what seems like an entire pharmacy, TSA does have an official process. You can alert TSA agents in advance about your medications. You can be transparent about what you're carrying. That transparency actually makes things faster because there's no mystery. The agent knows what's coming and they can move you through efficiently. Part 6. Real-time support and last-minute questions. Here's something that saves people constantly. TSA actually has a direct customer service channel. If you're packing your bag 3 days before your flight and you're wondering whether something is allowed, you can ask TSA directly through social media. They respond through X, formerly known as Twitter, and through Facebook Messenger. Search for @TSA on both platforms. Real people answer these questions. You can send a photo of an item. You can describe something you're not sure about. You'll get a genuine answer from TSA agents. This is a legitimate resource that people don't use enough. Instead of stressing out or guessing, ask the source directly. You'll get accurate information and you'll have peace of mind before you even get to the airport. Conclusion. Here's what this all boils down to. The majority of TSA delays and security problems aren't random. They're preventable. They're the result of people not preparing properly. A real ID with that gold star. Check. Medications in original packaging. Check. Liquids under 3.4 ounces in a clear bag. Check. Electronics accessible. Check. Early arrival. Check. Simple clothing. Check. These aren't complicated steps. This is common sense applied to travel. And when you approach security with this mindset, with this preparation, you move through smoothly. You're not stressed. You're not scrambling. You're not the person holding up the line. Travel in 2026 is going to be smooth for you if you actually use these strategies. Don't just watch this and forget about it. Take action. Check your ID right now. Plan your packing strategy. Show up early. You've got this. And if you found this helpful, please subscribe to the channel for more travel tips that actually make your life easier. Safe travels out there.